good stock is a great foundation for so many recipes like soups, stews, sauces, even risottos. To make one from scratch not only gives you control over the flavor, but it's much more nutritious than the stocks bought in stores that are usually high in sodium. Today I'm going to show you how to make 4 delicious stocks from scratch. Every good stock starts with a base selection of vegetables. Traditionally, carrots, celery, onion, and garlic are used, and that's what we're going to be using today for our 4 delicious stocks. So for this recipe, we're going to be using 3 large carrots, roughly chopped, 3 large celery stalks, roughly chopped, 3 large onions, quartered, 6 cloves of garlic, 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, about 8 peppercorns, 4 bay leaves, a handful of parsley stems, and a few sprigs of thyme. So to start, find your biggest soup pot and put it over medium heat. And then you can add about 2 tablespoons of either light olive oil or grapeseed oil. And then go ahead and add your chopped vegetables. So we have our carrots, our onions, and our celery. Now we're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, and this is gonna give this a really, really nice savory taste. Give it just a quick stir, and we're gonna let that brown for about 5 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes. We have some really nice golden brown color on our vegetables. Now we can go ahead and add the rest of our herbs and spices. So we have our thyme, it's gonna go right in, our bay leaf, black peppercorns, our garlic cloves, and you can even leave them whole. They go right in, and some of our parsley stem. And that's it. That's how simple it is. This is gonna be the base for all the 4 stocks that we're gonna show you. And to see how we make the other stocks, you can click on the buttons to the side here, and we'll get started. Now to finish up this beautiful vegetable stock, we're gonna top it up with 2 liters of cold water. Now we're gonna bring that up to a boil, and then reduce the heat to low, and simmer it for about 1 hour to finish. Now to see us make our chicken stock, continue watching, or skip ahead by clicking on the buttons. Okay, now to make our chicken stock, we're gonna need about 2 pounds of chicken bones or chicken carcass. So next time you buy an entire chicken, save the bones, you can put it in the freezer, or you can even buy bones from the grocery store. So we're gonna add those chicken bones to our pot of vegetables, and then cover that up with 2 liters of cold water. Okay, we're gonna let this boil, and then once it boils, reduce the heat to low, and then let it simmer for about 2 to 3 hours. When you're cooking with chicken bones, sometimes there's a foam that's gonna form at the top. You just wanna gently skim this off every once in a while. Don't stir it into the stock, otherwise it'll make it cloudy. And that's all you need to do to finish off that chicken stock. Now to see us make our beef stock, just continue watching or skip ahead by clicking on the buttons. Now, to start our beef stock, you're gonna need 2 pounds of beef bones. You can buy beef bones at your grocery store or get them from your butcher. And start off by roasting them in a 400-degree oven for about 40 minutes until they're really nice and golden brown, like this. And then you can add them to your pot of vegetables. This is gonna give your beef stock a really nice, deep, rich flavor. We're gonna cover it with 2 liters of cold water. Bring that up to a boil, and then reduce the heat to low and let it simmer for about 6 hours. Top it up every once in a while with liquid if it's getting too low. And if a foam starts to settle on the top, just gently skim it off. You don't want to stir it into the stock, otherwise it's going to make it cloudy. And that's it. That's all it takes to make a really nice, rich, delicious beef stock. Now continue watching to see us make our mushroom stock, or you can click on the buttons to skip ahead. So now for a stock that's still super delicious, but very quick, skip the vegetables and start with 1 cup of dried mushrooms into a glass jar, and then add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of tomato paste, and a few sprigs of thyme. Cover that up with some boiling water and let that steep for about 10 minutes, and it's going to be an incredible mushroom stock. Now, to finish the stock, you want to carefully pour it through a strainer. If the pot is too heavy, just do it a little bit at a time with the ladle until all of the stock is strained through. Now, those vegetables, you don't have to throw them out. You can keep them up and add it to a soup. They're delicious. With that finished stock, that'll store in the refrigerator for about 1 week, or you can freeze it for up to 3 to 4 months. And there you have it, 4 absolutely delicious stocks made from scratch. Now, to see how to use them, you can always check out elixirkitchen.ca for some excellent recipes.